party people! Welcome back, or welcome to the Reaction Sleepover. This is the series where we get cozy and we react to stuff. And it's a fun time. So yes, the story gremlin is back. I am a story gremlin. I like stories. I like reading them and learning from them, giggling at them, all that stuff. Before we get started, if you have any stories you'd like to share, it could be about wedding stuff like this video is about, or it could be about, trying to think, anything else. Yeah, anything you want to submit, you can either email me or there's a Google form in the description below. Down below! So, without further ado, grab your cozies and snackies and let's head on into it. Alrighty, this is too gay for the wedding. Gotta love that.
This is where we fight!
Hi, I'm non-binary, which usually isn't a big deal. And it shouldn't be. I don't really want to come out to strangers, so whatever gender they decide I am, it's not worth correcting, but I use they-them pronouns and prefer my family and friends respect that, as well as not use my dead name. Makes sense. I gotta imagine that's a little rough sometimes though, because it's like when someone is using the incorrect one that it's kind of like, okay. But yeah, makes sense with family and friends. Really low bar for most people who have a basic decency, you know? Yeah, I honestly don't see the problem with even just using they them, because it's like, that's true. Like, they them is always accurate. When I'm not sure, I always do that. Anyways, my best friend B, of well over 10 years, maybe even 20 if we were still friends now. Oh no. I love the subtle burn in that statement, if we were still friends now. Was getting married a year or two ago to her college boyfriend. Call him Mr. B, I guess. It's like the name of someone running a really shady business. You're like, what's your name? Mr. B. Now, do you want the cargo or not? And she wanted me to be a bride person or whatever. That's fine, I agreed that would be lovely. I'd wear what she wanted me to wear, not get too big of tattoos on my arms until after, not dye my hair, not correct all the random old people who were likely to dead name me, and misgender because it wouldn't be worth making a fuss on her big day. That's really sweet of you. I'm definitely of the opinion that like tattoos or dyeing your hair, there are stories out there that I think I've read too of where someone involved in the wedding process is like, oh, you can't do any of this, when it's like, ugh, my stupid empathy coming in going like, oh, but like the aesthetic thing, like if someone has dyed hair, like you can understand the frustration, but at the same time it's like, it should not get to the point where you're dictating what a person can do with their body just because of your aesthetics. And tattoos are a big one of that, where it's like, it's their body, it's their choice, like you shouldn't force them to not do those things. So again, very sweet of you that you tried to be conscientious of that, especially with things that like shouldn't be a big deal. Because yes, we can have the nuance to understand that a person's aesthetic goals are like, they shouldn't be discounted. Like, it is their wedding, they should be able to decide what to do, but like, again, should not come at the expense of trying to force people to do something that like changes their body or makes them uncomfortable, because we've read way too many stories of that. It's just like, get it together, man. Like, can you just... I get your day's important, but like, come on. Just be a good human. But just from this statement alone, you seem like a very sweet bean. I agree to all this nonsense. I mean, some of it, I guess, is fair, but my sister is getting married, and she thought it was weird I asked her if I could have pink hair right now, because who cares? I'm literally her best person, so just weird, but whatever. B was very old school. I love that your sister was like, why does it matter? Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, ugh. It's good to want your wedding day to be as perfect as you can make it, but like, just keep people in mind. Just be kind. Just be a good human. It shouldn't be that hard to, at the very least, keep that in mind. But yes, please. Thank you to your sister. Thank you for being sane. Anyways, we were in a group chat talking about the bachelorette party. More context for the party, I live out of state, and all the other bridesmaids lived in B's home state where the wedding would be. Before I read state, I just like, they live in B's home. They're always there. Always watching Mike Wazowski. She coincidentally wanted to have the party in my state. Huh. So I offered to pick them up from the airport and drive to the location and essentially drive us around during the whole thing. That is very sweet of you. I have a bad feeling that your sweetness is about to be taken advantage of. Hold, please. She made the group chat after she talked to me personally about all this, and this is the first message she essentially sent. Lot of S's. B. Hey y'all, so dead name... Are you starting with the dead name? Because this is supposedly like one of your best friends, right? Your best friend. She doesn't care about your... Cool. Cool to know. You've already messed up, madam. So, dead name is going to pick us up from the airport for the party. Wrong pronoun will be taking us around so we don't have to rent a car. Here's a link, make sure y'all buy your tickets ASAP, etc, etc. To say I was shocked she had the audacity to do that would be an understatement. The audacity! Where is thy heart? This is literally your supposed best friend. I'm sure she was fully aware of what your preferences were, and she apparently didn't care, which is... Because what exactly does it take away from you to just use the pronouns, I couldn't think of the word, the pronouns that someone prefers? Someone else's preferred existence does not take away from your own. That should not and does not affect your existence. It does not threaten your existence. Because I really think that's one of the biggest things about pronouns and why certain people are so against it, is because they feel it somehow threatens their own existence, their own identity, and it doesn't. It really doesn't. So just maybe you can just do good human behavior and just I just responded, actually, I'm trans non-binary and use my name and they them pronouns. Since I'll be meeting all y'all for the first time, I guess I should have mentioned. Yeah, perfectly within your right to correct that, because, like, again, she was probably aware of your preferences, and really sad, really disappointing that she didn't care, even though she's your best friend, was. And I'm sure that was hard, but maybe for the best. Especially reading that very ominous next sentence, I guess that was too much for her. Like, you weren't even rude about it. B must have kicked me from the group chat. I have an Android, so I don't know all that fancy stuff iPhones do. You're one of those people? No, I'm just kidding. That's fine. Because I sent that message and never received another one. You weren't even rude about it. You were like, hey, actually, like, this is more correct to what I align with. Like, even at the end, you were like, I'm gonna meet you all for the first time, so, like, here's this info. Thank you. I knew she wanted me not to correct people at the wedding. That feels like a red flag already. Why? What exactly does that take away from? Because in a lot of these kinds of stories, people, like, say you can't do this, you can't do that, because somehow that's going to take the attention away from them. I highly doubt in casual conversation during the wedding, someone correcting someone else about their pronouns going to disrupt anything. I just really can't see how that would disrupt anything. So just, can you take it down a notch, please? Which, like, whatever. It's not whatever. Again, you're so sweet to, like, try to cater to her demands. That just feels like such a red flag to me, that, like, she doesn't want you to correct people about your existence. People don't always know, and that's okay, and that's why we correct them. It's after that that determines what kind of a person they are. Because if they continue just to disrespect your existence, your choices, then, like, it's really worth considering whether you want them in your life or not. But, like, if they didn't know and you corrected them, they're like, oh, my bad, like, and then they'll try again. It's like, yeah, then that's a green flag. Because that shows that they care about about you. But I didn't think she expected me to go an entire week being misgendered and dead named and driving everyone around sober. Am I drunk right now? It really sucked because I would have never done that to her if our position was reversed. Help me. Because my friends being respected is really important to me. Her not caring about something that is clearly important to you and wanted to actively make you suppress yourself just because it's her day. Pal, how do you not see the problem in that? How do you see that, like, not being ultra rude? And to me, that just really shows that, like, her friends being and feeling respected is not that important to her. Therapy! Especially over something that is not that hard to do and is hardly disrupting of a social situation. In fact, the only times where that is disrupting of the social situation are the people who make it a big deal. The person doing the correcting, showing like, hey, like, this is how I want to be referred to. That's all they want. Like, can you just have a heart? So that's a shame. Anyways, a week or so later, she sent me this long message that I was essentially disinvited from the wedding. for simply correcting her in a group chat. Let's drink our water and calm down. She basically said something like, I thought you understood what I needed from you, but I can't have anything too gay at my wedding. She said that? Like, she seriously said that? I'm sorry, just like, that's so funny. I can't have anything too gay at my wedding. That's just one of those sentences. It's like, how do you say that with a straight face? And again, how is your best friend just simply existing at your wedding going to detract from your special day? Because like this is a perfect example of the only one making this like a huge deal is her, because all you did, literally all you did, was correct her in a group chat. It'd probably be best if you didn't go. I didn't even finish the sentence because that just... it's just so... I told her that I was hurt by that and that I was fine not going and that I hope she has a great wedding and a great life. Never heard from her again. Yeah, that's hard. Like, especially you guys were best friends for almost 20 years. That is so long. I'd like to think that it helped a little knowing that she was being a very terrible person to her best friend. Man, a friend breakup would be really hard. Don't worry, you are very loved in the PocoMuses community. You are very welcome in the sleepover. In hindsight, of course, there were several red flags. She was grossed out when I had a girlfriend. I'm glad when I had the right gender. And the gremlin's coming. That's so rude. Like, girl, stop it. Stop it. Desist. She always thought being queer in any regard was a phase. I should have taken her weird stuff she said more seriously, but in the end, I was glad how I handled myself. You were so mature the entire time. You were even willing to do it. You were willing to do things that directly, like, compromised your, like, probably mental well-being, like, just to support her. She just couldn't appreciate that even a little bit. Like, not saying that you should have had to. You never should have had to do that, but the fact that you were willing to just shows how good of a friend you are and how she didn't deserve that. So good riddance. And like, as usual with stories like these, I do hope she grows from it and like understands that what she did was awful. Here's to hoping. Who knows, right? Because as it says on this thing, you can't see it, but I got it from one of my beautiful mutuals, J. Rose. She's amazing. Her products are awesome. You should go check her out. In fact, I'm wearing her sweater. No bad vibes. So it says, I have no energy for hate. I either love you, wish you well, or hope you heal. I dearly hope she heals, because wow, the havoc she wreaks. Reeks? Is it reeks? Come on, man. Just do the healing you need. Have love in your heart. Just be good vibes, okay? But importantly, you don't need to be in her life in order for her to, hopefully, and go on that healing journey. And I am very proud of you for standing up for yourself and understanding when it was time to walk away, as hard as that must have been. You deserve cake! But yeah, the situation, you were super respectful, super mature, super kind. Like, so kind. My motto is, I hope everyone who did me wrong is doing great, because I don't want them to have reasons to come back into my life and ask for forgiveness or help. I just move on and love who loves me. I hope that doesn't sound too harsh. I mean, that kind of goes in line with what I was just saying. Like, it's this sort of duality of, I hope you heal, but I also need boundaries from you. Because, like, for whatever reason, you're not respecting me or you're hurting me in whatever situation, right? I sincerely hope that for her. I hope that she's doing better. But then again, that you don't need to be in her life in order to do that. So I don't think that sounds harsh. In fact, I think you are so kind. Can I just say, you are such a good person. The way you both handled the situation itself and how you continue to handle it to this day, even the way that even you just telling this story and just how much kindness you clearly have, I admire you. We should all strive to be like this. I'd like to think it's possible to wish the best for people, but understand when we need boundaries with said people. Wonderful example of that. Thank you. Thanks for reading this long thing. Sorry it's so much. You don't need to be sorry one bit. Story Gremlin loves it. I love watching these on your channel. Thank you. Hope everyone has a great day and don't let anyone get you down. Yes! finishing off with positivity, because that's how we like to do it here. So that's the video. I hope everyone enjoyed, and I hope, as always, that maybe you'll learn something as well. Let's remember that love is love. Just let people be. Use pronouns. Like, who cares? Come on, man. Someone doing something different from you doesn't have to threaten your existence. We can all just coexist, and it's rad. As always, I hope you're doing well, but if not, I hope this video has brightened your day at least a little bit. And if you have any stories you'd like to share about weddings or otherwise, you can either email me or go to the Google form in the description below. I'll also probably put it up here at some point. But yeah, love and appreciate you guys as always. Thank you for joining the sleepover. Take care of yourselves and each other. Do your best to be a good human, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!